Right, before you watch this video, I just wanted to add this in at the start just to give you a little bit of context. So what you're about to see is just Kaylin and Rocky doing their regular flirt pole stuff, like tying in a little bit of obedience and stuff like that. I didn't really want to do any of that today when I went out to see him at Royston. I wanted to focus on a few other things, but sometimes you have to adjust the plan on the fly. So before this, we went out on our pack walk, and one of the things that we decided we were going to work on was getting Rocky to adopt a sit or adopt a drop and wait in place until he was told that he could leave that, so that we can incorporate that into those pack walks as well. We didn't have a lot of success, and I could really see that it was starting to take a toll on Kaylin's confidence, and he was sort of beating himself up about it. He struggles with confidence a little bit anyway, the young fella. So I was like, we need to give him a win, we need to give Rocky a win. So that's why we went over to do some flirt pole stuff, where the motivation to play the game was a lot higher than what it was for Rocky to work for food at that time. So sometimes it's more just about finding what it is that's going to be enjoyable to do with your dog, and not just beating your head against the wall for the sake of, I've set out to do this and I'm married to that plan now. It doesn't work like that with dogs. Sometimes you've got to be really malleable and adjust your plans and your expectations so that you can get the win. When you first start out dog training, you never expect that 90% of what you do is going to be teaching people how to train dogs. Training the dogs is the easy part. It's educating people on how to keep their dog motivated, how to engage with them, how to connect with them, and giving them the confidence to do those things so that they can repeatedly do them when you're not there and you're not helping coach them through. But it's a learning experience for me, and one that I find super valuable. I don't get to work with a lot of young people. Mainly it's just adults and stuff like that. But being able to work with Kaylin and his sister Ruby, it's a valuable learning experience for me, because it gives me a better understanding of how to communicate effectively to someone a bit younger and coach them through being a better dog trainer. I think it's also really important to acknowledge the fact that this isn't Kaylin's fault, it's not Rocky's fault, all right? If I'm the dog trainer, it's my job to communicate the plan effectively, and perhaps I didn't do that today. In fact, I probably didn't. And it's something that I can learn from and take with me going forward, so that we don't have a repeat of that with either these guys or someone else. So it's not a loss for me. It's a valuable learning experience, one that may have been frustrating for Kaylin at the time, but one that I'm going to think about a lot and take from it what I can and move forward. It's going to make me better. It's going to make us all better. And I guess that's the beauty of the situation when you look at it like that. You can't lose. All right, we're here with Kaylin. We're here with Rocky. All right, we're going to do some flirt pole stuff. So we just went on our pack walk, and we were having a bit of difficulty getting Rocky to sit and wait there. All right, I was just talking to Kaylin about motivation and what's going to motivate Rocky the best. And I reckon it's this. What do you reckon? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, so you want to work on the stay? Is that what we want to do? Yeah. Okay, you said you wanted to work on the stay. All right, so what I want you to do is get the game started in just a second. All right, get him interested in, well, he's obviously already interested. And so he's going to start offering you things like the sit. And so when he's in that sit position, that's when we say wait, and then we move back. Okay, move back one step. All right, and then if he breaks from it, you reset it again. All right, you ready to go?
Wait.
Nice one. I really like what Kaylin did there in terms of how he changed the criteria from when he first set out to get Rocky to wait. He changed the pace in which he walked backwards, and he also changed how many steps he thought he might have to take before Rocky would break. And then he paid him accordingly when he thought the time was right. It was really good. Just get him zinging around, man. That's it. Pull it up. Wait for him to come to you. He's got other people walking around in distractions. That's okay though, Kaylin, because you're the only one with the game.
Right.
Great work, man. Great work. I'm going to go and stand in the shadow. Great work, bud. All right, keep working now. So how do we build on it what you've already got?
Take another step.
You can take another step, yep. That's it. Good work. was about at this point that I should have made the suggestion to Kalen that we keep this game short because he's starting to heat up Rocky. You can see him flagging a little bit there. And when this happens, the likelihood of us getting the best learning outcome is significantly decreased. You can see here Kalen's getting some really good wins with him now. He's starting to increase the amount of steps that he takes back before he rewards Rocky. And that one was really good in particular because Kalen sensed that he was about to break and he paid him just before he did, so he got the best outcome from that situation. You can ask him to do an SIT.
I might move into the shade.
Yeah, move into the shade, mate. Yep. Now you can ask him. All right, so you see Rocky get distracted here and then Kalen gets his attention back there. That should have been my red flag to step in and say, this is our last one, Kalen. Let's get a really good win here with Rocky and then we're going to finish the game. So we don't run the risk of him getting further distracted and then the learning outcome is not as good as what we could have had if we just stopped there. Yeah. All right, now you can move a bit faster back. Let's see if that works, because remember what I was saying before about it's not just how many steps back we are. It could be that we turn this way. It could be how fast we move, Kalen. All right, so try these different things. Be the dog scientist. You can ask him to SIT.
Sit.
Good.
Stay.
That's better. Moving with a bit more purpose. Keep going back.
Yes.
That's it. Nice, I like that. You paid him when you thought it was right. Great work. That's it, tug on that. That's it. I just want to add that there's a lot more to flirt poling than meets the eye. It's not just waving a stick around and getting the dog to chase a toy on the end of a rope. There's a lot of skill, finesse, and timing involved. Just like that, when Rocky jumped to get that toy at the end there, that was a really big effort where an experienced person that's done a lot of flirt poling would have rewarded the dog by giving him the toy. And it's the finesse of placing it in the exact spot and letting the dog win, which keeps the dog coming back and keeps them addicted to this game and doesn't dent their confidence. All right, Kalen's only starting out at this, all right, but he's doing an awesome job. It's not easy to do, even though it looks like it is, and he'll just get better and better and better at this over time, and he'll start to see little things that pop up every now and again with Rocky, and he'll go, okay, maybe if I adjust it here, maybe if I adjust it there, and then he'll really start to hone this craft if he keeps at it. This is one of the best things anybody can do with their dog. Now, part of the reason why I persisted with this game for so long today was I wanted Kalen to get the wins with Rocky. And we did get some wins. I wanted the confidence that he was going to get from those wins, and I chased it really hard, probably too hard. You can see that Rocky is really fatigued at this point, and his motivation for the game has waned significantly. Okay, I knew he had a little bit left in him, but it takes an experienced dog handler or a dog trainer to get that out of the dog and understand that you have to really narrow that criteria if the dog is fatigued to the point where Rocky is right here in this video. So I let Kalen down because he's under the impression that he keeps playing the game exactly how he always has. But I haven't told him that we need to change what we expect of Rocky. We need to make it easy for him, give him those easy wins, and we have to finish it pretty soon. Look, man, you're doing a great job. All right, so to sum it all up there's probably a few points that you can take out of that one, okay? It's like we said at the start, not being married to the idea of this is what I'm gonna do, I'm sticking to it no matter what. If the dog's not having a good time and you're getting frustrated, maybe it's time to think about changing it up. Another one could be adjusting our criteria on the fly, all right? So just like we saw with Kalen there in that video, how he was adjusting how many steps he took back, or how quickly he took those steps, or whether he turned at the end of his paces. Those are the things that we need to adjust. If the dog isn't getting it, they're not getting the success, we need to either lower that criteria or we can make it more challenging if we think that it's too easy for the dog. But the third and final point, and probably the most important, is knowing exactly when to stop the exercise, knowing when you've got the optimum amount out of it, all you're gonna get, okay? Because we wanna get the best learning outcome that we can, and if we push it too far, like we spoke about, there's the chance that it could be a detrimental outcome to the learning, okay? So those are the three things that you could probably take away from that video. And for me, it's just about communicating better and also implementing those points myself when I'm training clients and doing things with other people's dogs. Because it's one thing to know your own dogs, but then going to someone else's house and doing something with their dogs you have to have a different set of expectations, and that's something that I've taken away from that.